Yeah.
So
Hey,
what's
I wonder
up?
if there's anybody
I'm
else
Loyce, and
who's about ready to go home.
I guess this would be the story of how I got saved.
Go where I'm only breathing your air. Father, hear my prayer. Take me there, take me there.
I wanna see him.
I just wanna see.
During high school, I was about myself. I loved myself, and really there was nothing greater than myself. So it was all about me, and I wanted to make sure everybody knew that I was Loyce, and hey, I was the greatest. They even called me Loyce the Great, you know. So I started partying, and it happened all through junior year, and then going into my senior year, and then for some idiotic reason, I made a decision that the summer of my junior year, going into my senior year, I said I was going to be wasted every single day. I was going to drink every single day. And at first it was just like a fun thing, like, that's what I'm going to do, you know? And it started off, and I kept my promise to myself. I drank every single day. And I kept my grades up, you know? I didn't get in a lot of trouble, so it was just like, I'm not doing nothing bad. And the whole God situation, I said, man, God ain't agreeing on nothing, you know? I was committing so much sin, you know? Sexual immorality, just feeding my thirst for what I wanted. And if there was a God, well, we weren't going to get along. We know we weren't going to be cool. And if there wasn't a God, you know, I'm doing me, and I'm living my life to the fullest and enjoying it, because I got one life to live, and that's it. And then it's done. End of my senior year, a teacher's husband, who I knew for a long time, started a church. And one of my friends who I partied with, he had gotten saved, and he said, you should come to church with me sometime. And for some idiotic reason, I said, yeah, I do that. You know, I wasn't thinking, you know, I was about partying. I don't know why I said I'd go to church. I guess because it seemed sincere, and I was like, yeah, I just go and be done with it. And so next weekend, I was supposed to go with him. I didn't go because, of course, I was so wasted. I had enough respect that I said, I'm not gonna go to church this morning completely wasted. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. So I said, I come next weekend. And just so happened that next weekend was Easter. So everybody go to church on Easter, you know. So I went, and I was just going. You know, I had been partying the night before. I was like, I'm just going to church. I said I was going to do something. I'm doing it. You know, I like to keep my word. So I went, and I'm just sitting there, and I start hearing this preaching. I just start hearing, you know, what you heard before, you know, Jesus Christ died for you. And I guess he started working on me right there, and I'm sitting there, and I'm hearing what I always thought was a lie. I'm hearing as truth now. Like, I'm knowing that it's truth, and I know that's what I need. And I'm sitting there, and I remember I'm looking down, and I don't want to participate in this. I want to get out of this church and continue doing me, you know. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. You know, they didn't even do an altar call, I don't think. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm not about to live for God. You know, I got a party to attend tonight. You know, that's what I'm thinking. I got a party to go to, and I got a life ahead of me, and God, you don't fit in it. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, no, 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 no. And at the back of my head is like, yes, yes, yes. I went up to the altar, and this woman was there, and she looked at me, and she knew me. She knew what kind of life I lived. She knew about my sin, and she looked at me. She said, "Loyce, what do you want?" And there was no tears. It was just real straight. It was just front up, you know, like, what you here for? You know, it was almost like that question, like, what do you want really? And I knew it. Like, there was no kidding around. There was no. I didn't have to cry and show a big thing. It was just like real. And I knew that I wanted something different. And that's why I told her, I said, I want something different. And right there, just my life began to change. He helped me realize what I was missing, what I needed. Because sometimes I remember I'd be sitting there at a party, you know, and I'm drinking, I'm wasted. And all of a sudden, you know, I just stop. And sometimes you just stop and you look around and you're completely wasted. And you're looking around and you're just like, is this it? is this all I'm supposed to do? Just go hard every weekend and try to fill this empty void that I have inside of me with the next drink, or with the next party, or with the next Saturday night, or with the next Friday night, whatever it may be. And then just you stop for a second, you're like, man, something's not right. And finally, he let me see what was right, and he helped me see that only he could fill that void, and nothing I tried, none of the sin that I tried could fill it. And it's a blessing. It's a blessing that after everything that I did, he accepted me, and after I hated him and repeatedly just blaspheming his name, sinned against him, I hated God, you know. He forgave me, and he loved me. And that's kind of hard to comprehend, that after you just hate somebody so much and you disrespect them so much that they're still willing to die for you, and then at the end of the day say, I love you more than you ever loved me. So I guess that's what he's been showing me, his love, and how he is the truth, and everything else that I thought was the truth is a complete lie. And it's been amazing. It gets hard sometimes, but I know what I'm doing is the right thing, and I know that my life is not truth, and I know I'm living for truth, and I know I'm walking with truth every single day, and I know that everything's gonna be alright.